is fast becoming a model for data-driven development in Africa. The capital, Kigali, is at the heart of the effort to become smarter, better connected, and more efficient. But there are other cities too. From the so-called digital twins that simulate city growth before a single brick is laid, to AI systems that track land use, traffic, and even sanitation. Officials say Rwanda's smart city journey is powered by data and innovation to shape lifestyle.
In the heart of East Africa, high above the rolling green hills of Rwanda, something extraordinary is happening. A small nation, once defined by tragedy, is now rewriting its story through technology, innovation, and a vision for the future. This is Kigali, the capital of Rwanda. And in 2025, it stands at the center of Africa's $1.7 billion digital transformation, a revolution quietly reshaping how the world sees the continent. From artificial intelligence labs and drone delivery systems to smart cities and data-driven governance, Rwanda isn't just catching up. It's leapfrogging entire generations of technology and leading Africa's AI revolution. Rwanda's story of transformation is one of the most remarkable economic recoveries in modern history. After the 1994 genocide, the country faced near total collapse, but in just 3 decades, Rwanda has achieved one of Africa's fastest GDP growth rates, averaging over 7% annually, according to the World Bank 2024. The secret, a relentless focus on innovation, education, and infrastructure. In 2000, the government launched Vision 2020, a plan to transform Rwanda from an agriculture-based economy into a knowledge-based one. Today, that vision has evolved into Vision 2050, with technology at its core. The African Development Bank estimates that Rwanda's digital economy could contribute more than 10% to GDP by 2030. But even those figures might be conservative, because the pace of change here is accelerating faster than anyone expected. Welcome to Kigali Innovation City, Rwanda's answer to Silicon Valley, spread across 70 hectares on the outskirts of the capital. It's a $2 billion ecosystem designed to host universities, startups, investors, and global tech giants, all in one space. At the heart of this innovation city is Carnegie Mellon University Africa, or CMU-Africa, a partnership between the Rwandan government and the world-renowned American institution. Here, hundreds of young African engineers are being trained in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. According to CMU's 2024 report, over 90% of graduates find employment within 6 months, many launching startups of their own. One of those startups, Kairos UAS, now provides drone mapping and agricultural monitoring services across the continent. Another, Zorobots Africa, is building humanoid robots programmed to speak African languages. Rwanda isn't just producing coders, it's building creators, Africans shaping African technology for African problems. According to the World Bank's 2024 Digital Economy Report, Rwanda has attracted more than $1.7 billion in tech-related investments since 2018. The government's Rwanda Innovation Fund, co-financed by the African Development Bank, is investing in more than 100 startups, from fintech and edtech to clean energy and AI research. But the story doesn't stop with investment. Rwanda's ease of doing business reforms, ranked among Africa's top 3 by the World Economic Forum, have made the country a magnet for global partnerships. In 2019, Google AI opened its first African research center in Accra, Ghana, but Rwanda quickly became one of its strongest regional partners. Through initiatives like AI for Social Good, Rwandan researchers are using artificial intelligence to predict crop yields, monitor malaria outbreaks, and optimize energy distribution. Meanwhile, the UNDP's Digital Transformation Strategy for Africa has identified Rwanda as one of only 2 African nations AI-ready in governance, infrastructure, and education. And the Oxford Insights AI Readiness Index 2023 ranked Rwanda number 1 in East Africa, ahead of Kenya and Uganda. It's no coincidence. Rwanda's digital strategy is deliberate, data-driven, and deeply inclusive. If you want to see Rwanda's technological vision in action, look to the skies. Since 2016, Zipline, a California-based drone company, has partnered with Rwanda's Ministry of Health to deliver blood and medical supplies across remote regions. Today, those drones have completed over 500,000 flights, covering more than 30 million kilometers, saving countless lives in the process. It's a model now being copied across Africa, from Ghana to Nigeria and Kenya, but Rwanda is going further. Using AI-powered logistics and geospatial mapping, the government is creating one of the world's first national digital health supply chains, integrating drones, data centers, and hospitals. This fusion of technology and policy is what makes Rwanda different. Here, innovation isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. The global AI industry is projected by PwC to contribute $15.7 trillion to the world economy by 2030. Africa's share could reach $180 billion, according to the African Union's digital transformation strategy, and Rwanda is positioning itself to lead that wave. With partnerships from IBM Research, Microsoft for Africa, and MTN Ventures, Kigali is becoming a continental testing ground for ethical AI and digital inclusion. In 2025, Rwanda will host the Smart Africa Alliance Summit, uniting over 30 member countries to align AI ethics, data protection, and for IR fourth industrial evolution strategies. For many observers, this marks the moment Africa stops being a consumer of technology and becomes a producer of it. Of course, challenges remain. Only 30% of Rwandans currently have internet access, according to the International Telecommunication Union (ITU), though the government aims to reach 80% by 2032. Electricity access, rural connectivity, and digital literacy gaps still pose hurdles. But Rwanda's approach is holistic, investing simultaneously in fiber optics, solar power, and education. The World Bank's Digital Acceleration in Africa program has already pledged an additional $100 million to expand broadband and 4G coverage nationwide. It's not just about access, it's about empowerment, ensuring that the next generation of African scientists, developers, and entrepreneurs can compete globally. Rwanda's transformation isn't happening in isolation. Across the continent, similar movements are taking shape. Nigeria's fintech explosion, Kenya's e-mobility push, Ghana's AI in agriculture. But Rwanda stands out for its discipline, its policy precision, and its clarity of purpose. As AFDB President Akinwumi Adesina put it recently, Rwanda is proving that innovation is not geography-dependent, it's governance-dependent, and that may be the real lesson here. By building ecosystems of innovation, not just industries, Rwanda is showing how Africa can define its own future on its own terms. So, when you hear about the next Silicon Valley, don't look to San Francisco. Look to Kigali, where Africa's $1.7 billion tech future has already begun. Because here, in the land of 1,000 hills, the world is watching a new story unfold, one line of code at a time.